I call Paul Foster-Bell.
Te mana whakawātuarua, Māori ora. Sir, in taking a call on the statute amendments bill in the second reading debate, I want to first of all congratulate the Minister, the Honourable Simon Bridges, in bringing in a piece of legislation which, in amending 28 acts, we did find two where we thought that it didn't meet the test for a statutes amendment bill because they were not amendments of a minor, technical and non-controversial nature. But a statutes amendment bill, sir, is an important vehicle, particularly for a government like this one, which is focused on reducing bureaucracy, on making a more streamlined set of regulations and legislation, and not tying up the time of this House, as we saw last week from a desperate opposition, polling only 26%, plummeting in their heartland, tying up the time of this House when we should have been dealing under urgency with the housing crisis or the housing matters in this country, and instead they were focused on palace politics here in Wellington, typical of that desperate and failing opposition, sir. But anyway, this bill is a sensible set of measures. Statutes amendment bills have been used for some time in this country. There were brief pauses in the 1950s and the 1990s where the practice fell into abeyance, but it does provide us an efficient and effective means to make these small, often drafting, typographical error corrections. The two bills that we did consider in the committee not quite to meet the test were included the Charities Act 2005 amendments, which was around, I guess, appeal processes that were available to people who weren't happy with decisions of the CEO, and that was broken out, as others before me have mentioned, into a child bill, which is being considered separately. We also saw the removal of victims' orders against Violent Offenders Act 2014 amendments, particularly aimed at preventing victims of violent offenders coming into contact with the perpetrators in courtroom situations. And I want to congratulate my colleague, the distinguished and learned Minister of Justice, the Honourable Amy Adams, for the announcements that she made today around family violence. We might not have been able to address this urgent and pressing issue through this means, but I'm proud to be part of a government which is taking family and domestic and intimate partner violence very, very seriously and introducing practical law changes which will have a real effect in that area. Sir, this is a good bill and I commend it to the House.
I call Chris Farfoy.
Very much, Mr. Speaker. Quite often in this House we say it is a genuine pleasure to speak